Hello there, I'm the Rampant Mystic and welcome back to Slay the Spire, and it is Monday, so it is time for our Ascension 20 on the Ironclad. Max level double bosses, so let us begin. Right, we are definitely taking this option. Hopefully we can get an early body slam. I see where the super elite is, and of course, as tradition, super elite must be on the worst path available, which has only a single rest. We have an early fire breathing though. I think we can make that work. This early, I'm gonna take the risk. Oh boy, with only a single rest, I don't think I want this. It might be good. Oh boy, I'm gonna sacrifice once or twice. Okay, good. Shall we go to the shop? Yes, we might pick up Evolve early. If we can pick up Evolve early, that'd be great. We can't, and we just lost Brimstone. This means a backup strategy for me, which is Brimstone. I do love Brimstone. Granted, it doesn't guarantee victory most of the time. Almost none of the time, but it's kind of fun. It makes the run a lot different, and it is very fun. What we're going to do here is we're just going to remove a strike since we can't. Well, we don't want to pick up any of these. So we're just going to continue on forward. I'm actually glad we got the bonfire here, this bonfire to be a bit more precise. This means the super elite is free. Yes. So this gives us a big advantage. Now, of course, I'm hoping to pick up, oh boy, nothing here. We have a fire breathing, but nothing to actually trigger it yet. At this point, I would have really loved to have picked up something that can trigger it. Still nothing. Oh boy. Well, we're going to pick up a Pommel Strike here. It will help with fire breathing eventually if we can't pick up an Evolve, so at least we have that. Here we're actually going to upgrade fire breathing. Granted, the Guardian doesn't add any curses. We have, any status effects, and we have nothing that actually adds status effects into our deck. There is a second fire breathing, which again, we do not need. One is normally more than enough. Goodbye, Chemical X, one of the best relics I could have picked up. Oh well. We are, well, I wasn't gonna actually card remove here anyway. We are probably gonna go for the elite. It really depends on what elite it is. So we just face Log of Ulin. If we face the Sentinel fight, it's fine. If we face the Grumman Knob, not so much. No, I guess we do have Pommel Strike, but at the same time, well, Maulbank. All right, you know, I'm gonna risk it here because we still don't have. Yeah, I was expecting this. Oh boy. Bash and Strike here. We're not going to use Pommel Strike yet, even though I probably should have. Might have drawn a Defender or two. I will play Fire Breathing. We don't really need it, so at least I get it out of the deck this way. I have a decent amount of HP, so maybe with a little bit of luck, it's not worth it. It's just not. It's not an unupgraded Defend. If it was anything else, I know Pommel Strike is more damage, I just didn't want to draw my last strike. Because with my luck, that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, well, it wasn't going to, but we're a little bit short, but that's fine. We could actually aggravate him here a little bit because we're not vulnerable, and there's victory at a great cost. But we do manage to pick up a meal ticket, which is lovely, and a body slam. Oh, at this point, what choice do I have? We're going to pick it up. I know there was a limit break there. We're picking up a body slam because we're not going to go for strength. Okay. Maulbank is, of course, consistently triggering. Yes, I played fire breathing there just to mostly get it out of the deck. You could have argued body slam there was a good call. Yes, indeed it was. I kind of forgot that we had anchor. We're going to go in for damage here because we want to take care of this next round. Our HP should be fine. I believe we do have a shop here. We're going to go for it. And of course, the reason we go for it is because we have meal ticket. That'll allow us to upgrade. Oh boy. Fire breathing is really not working out, is it? Like, at all. Oh boy, I was fully defended, right? Anchor. Oops. Well, could have gotten fire breathing out there. Just so it can, so we can get rid of it. At this point, I think Pommel Strike's a good idea. Yeah, I'm taking 11. Again, it should be fine. We're playing a little bit more aggressively. I just really don't want the enemy to leave with whatever money I have. Oh boy. Okay, we're still skipping. This is going to be a heal. We should be fine. Oh my god, I'm getting like really good relics. Hello, Power Through. We don't have Evolve, but I am willing to pick up Power Through. I'm really not willing to break Maulbank. But but for power through, I'm willing to do it. Plus, it doesn't really work well in a body slam build because it adds 2 wounds to your deck, but it's going to work well occasionally. It's going to deal a little bit of damage. So we're actually going to do that. I could pick up Prismatic Shard here, which could make the run fun, but I'm still looking for an Evolve, and that is a very important card for us. So no Prismatic Shard today. We don't really need to block here. On the other hand, should I take the 3? I think I take the 3 here. Yeah, I take the 3. Yeah. Power through by itself is not very useful because it adds 2 wounds. So we are definitely going to need some extra card draw, which makes things a little bit difficult. But if we manage to pick up Evolve, Power Through just becomes our favorite card afterwards, since it adds 2 wounds. And that is exactly what we want. Now, we haven't used it a single time. That's going to be, yeah, 10. No, I misclicked. Good thing I had the extra energy there. That would have been a hello, Wild Strike. We still want it. We still do, but we're getting more card draw, so I'm actually considering Pummel Strike here again, and both of them will have to be upgraded. Oh, that's going to be a tough call. I think we don't trust the Pummel Strike yet. We pick up the Wild Strike here. We upgrade it here. We upgrade this Pummel Strike here instead of the Body Slam. Next upgrade is actually going to go on Body Slam. We are definitely playing one of these, I believe. I think it's a wise idea. I mean, our potion slots are full anyway. We are playing this, of course. It is more damage because of dexterity as well. Not just because of one thing. Yeah, doing that here is a little bit pointless. We're just going to block for as much as possible. There's no way we're going to do 20 damage. Of course, here, we're not actually going to be using Power Through yet. We don't need to. That's the thing. And there's nothing really much I can do here. So we want to add wounds to our deck, but not too many because we don't have Evolve and our card draw is limited by Pummel Strike. So we basically need to strike a very difficult balance of amount of wounds. So for example, here I can play it because it means I'm taking damage, so I will play it. And I'll even be able to play 1 strike there. But in general, we need to be very conservative with how exactly we play it. And of course, Pummel Strike is our friend here. We will be double defending here instead of actually playing Wild Strike. Again, we're trying to mitigate the damage, which isn't working out very well for us. And it's hands like this that will probably end up killing me eventually. Alright, we're definitely bashing here. I mean, I could Wild Strike. It's only 18. It's not going to actually get past the shields. We're guaranteed to get 1 wound and Power Through in the next round, so I'm just going to pass here. We definitely don't want more wounds. We need Power Through this round. Well, want. I could Pummel Strike here, and that's actually exactly what I'm going to... that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that, because now Power Through is not going to be shuffled back in until I draw twice more, which is not something I wanted. This is fine though. We're still alive. Enemies on 96 health. We should be fine. Double defend here. I don't have much of a choice, and I will be Wild Striking here. I think we have a decent amount of wounds. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. What? No, that's not possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's better. This is where Pummel Strike is useful when you draw it with like 3 or 4 wounds. That's only a big if though. That's 3 wounds. We only have 1 left in the deck, and Power Through is there to have our back, hopefully. Not really on this turn, but... Yeah, Body Slam, though. That Body Slam. So here, we're actually going to be Wild Striking Body Slam. It's not going to be enough. But hopefully, next turn, we just need to draw 1 wound. There it is. Okay, that's good. Juggernaut, no. Limit Break, no. Demon Form, absolutely not. We're going for a different path, and we're definitely taking Snickle, are we? No, we're not. We're going to be upgrading Body Slam. I want Slaver's Collar, but at the same time, Calling Bell here is very tempting. Extra Energy is just too powerful to pass up, but Calling Bell is tempting because of Fire Breathing. We don't have Evolve yet, granted, but it's still tempting. I think I'm just going to pick up Slaver's Collar because, again, it's just too powerful to have extra energy in this game. Right, at this point we're looking for the maximum amount of rest we can do, which is 3 on the left. Ooh, has a lot of elites though. Can I skip a couple? Yes, it looks like I can only do 1. That's good. That's good. So the reason we want a lot of rest here is, as I've always said, I want to get the second key here. Fire breathing here is actually going to be very helpful. Sadly, round 1, I did not get much block cards. We're definitely not going to panic button because we still do have anchor. So what I could do is I could just think ahead here, and I'll place one of these back. This will provide mostly full defense, not 100%, but better than taking an extra 8 damage technically. And now fire breathing shows where it shines. Oh, this is 4 and this is 3. So I really wanted 2 strikes here. I can bash strike for 14. That's the best we can do, or I can block for 5. And of course, it is way better to just remove that one. Technically, could have removed this one, but still, no. There's no point in risking it. Alright, at this point we're going to power through, we're going to pummel strike. Normally, I would definitely suggest... I should have used body slam, I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting it's not upgraded. Normally, it's probably better to go for the upgraded one. The one that is buffing, sorry, but it's all fine. Weakness potion is actually very useful. Ghostly armor is very useful as well, but so is cleave. The thing is that we don't really need AoE. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick up ghostly armor here. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. We're very skewed towards... are we skewed? No, we're not. No, we're not skewed. Plus, I can let it exhaust if something, you know. We're just gonna get the gold here. I don't want to lose any more HP. Alright, so, I can lose Mango or I could lose Mule Ticket. So, if I recall correctly, this is actually not going to remove my max HP. And indeed, it does not. We haven't done that in a while, so I could, you know, I could have misremembered. It's entirely possible. Here what we're going to do is, of course, body slam with a strike, because the strike is 1 more damage instead of a defend. If I was playing a dex potion, I would definitely use the defend there, because it's 1 more damage. And that is exactly what we want. Ghostly armor here, and probably not pommel strike. Actually, could be 10 damage. Which could... no, won't be enough, because it needs to be 12 minimum. Alright, well, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to just defend. Weakness pushing might have actually not been bad here. Oh, they're both leaving. Okay. That's not something I wanted. I wanted one of them to attack. Well, we need a lot of damage, and we did not get that lots of damage. This means we're losing gold here, which is not good. Sadly. 7 HP left. We couldn't cut it. Problem is we have an elite coming up, and we're kind of low on HP. Second wall strike is maybe a little bit too much. Considering we don't have evolve, it is a little bit too much. I want it. If we had evolve, I'd definitely pick it up, but no, at this point, no. Oh, I was really hoping for a shop in one of those question marks, but apparently not. Here we're just gonna go full defense and body slam. Body slam is, of course, not upgraded. Stop forgetting that it's not upgraded, please. Alright, we're gonna throw the weakness now down. That's actually gonna make sure we're fully defended here. Oh, okay, this is the worst turn. At this point, I bash and I just wild strike. Instead of pommel striking here, I wild strike. We get 1 wound next turn, of course, and hopefully 4 more after it. Dude, of course not. Pretty sure that's not possible. Pretty sure, yeah. Pretty sure it's not possible. I can still count at least to 5. Alright, what I really wanted to do here is just fully defend, but I guess that's not in the cards. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to strike, bash strike, sorry, and hope for the best. Hope to get the 2 wounds plus an attack. No, apparently not. We get 2 attacks, which will not be enough. So we're just going to straight up defend as much as possible here. We have 1 more wound incoming, so that should be fine. There it is. Sadly, we are on almost no HP. This would be good as well for the combo, but we're going to pick up an extra pommel strike here. And here comes the toughest fight we could face. Definitely drinking this. In fact, I might actually have to drink both of them. Yep, definitely will have to. Definitely using these. They are currently doing 23, 30 damage. Alright. Alright. I definitely want to... actually, wait a minute. I can use everything here. Because we have Slaver's Collar, we are allowed to play 1 extra card, at least in elites and boss fights, so that's going to be helpful. Oh boy, this is not good. Alright, what I'm actually going to do here is, I think I should just straight up pommel strike, right? Yeah, just straight up pommel striking. This is exactly what I was hoping for. That's going to be more or less a full defend. And then wild strike. could have body slammed, yes. I actually chose not to there, because we're gonna need the wounds here. I know fire breathing wasn't played, and this is kind of where the bad part begins. When we draw only 2 defense, and they make us vulnerable, of course. Definitely power through ghostly armor, just everything. A body slam here would have been amazing because that would have one-shot one of them. Sadly, didn't have the option to. On the bright side, that just happened. I really want to bash Pommel Strike, but I don't want to. Oh boy, I didn't draw anything I wanted. Well, I could destroy one of them, but that's about it. Yeah, afterwards I die. Yeah, so regardless of what I do here, I just didn't draw a single defend here, so I can't defend against this one. Ah well, it happens. Let's redo. I was really hoping for an evolve there. Oh well. Probably wouldn't have saved me in the end, but... Alright. Lose a gold. Obtain a random railroad. This is almost always worth it, and that is Ice Cream. Okay, double rest, single super elite. At least we have that. It's not on the most horrible path. It could have been worse. We're gonna single defend here and bash, of course. Next turn, hopefully the enemy does not attack, chooses to block. Good, because we were going to get a lot of strikes. Boy, I really want to bash here at the same time, though. I really don't want to take any more damage than I have to. And we're golden. Actually got a good hand here. Oh, Rampage. Oh, the Rampage builds. Oh, how I haven't touched one in ages. Oh, how I'm not planning on touching one in ages. In ages. It's still probably useful. The thing is, though, I like to rely on it when I pick it up. So I build everything around it. I'll pick up, whatever the card was called. It's slipping my mind. The card that brings back something from your discard pile. I'll get that up. Have as thin a deck as possible. Just constantly having Rampage in hand, which is a good combo. It's a good build. It doesn't really work in my experience very well in higher ascension levels. Maybe it's just me. It's probably just me. I could pick it up as a backup. Not as a part of my main build. I mean, it's 8 damage, plus it scales up. I generally don't like things that'll take too long to scale up on Ascension 20. Because if you take too long, you're probably restarting. On the other hand, what do I have to lose, right? Ah, transform a card, absolutely. Let's see what I got. And I got Pummel, which we're probably not doing a strength build here. Now, Rampage does need to be upgraded if we're going to play it. Non-upgraded Rampage, it's not bad. It's not good. It's just there. Which is my saying. Patented saying. I prefer it upgraded. It's a lot of damage when upgraded. Uppercut wouldn't be bad here. Anger, no. Iron Wave, no. Alright, let's just move on. Nothing really that I wanted to pick up. Pummel without strength is not very useful. It still has a use, absolutely. Is not very useful. Well, I had 1 extra energy from last round. Nice, I didn't even notice, to be honest. I might not actually pay much attention to Ice Cream over there. Disarm, let's see what the boss fight is. It's Hexaghost. Actually, Disarm isn't bad against Hexaghost at all. Disarm is actually really good versus the Book of Stabbing. Well, anything really that multi-hits and doesn't actually buff its own strength. Because if it buffs its own strength, this is kind of useless. Like, in 1 round, it'll basically be gone. You're just delaying it a little bit. I'd rather have a good attack. On the first floor, though, it's not good versus anything. It's like, meh. Sentinel's not good. Gremlin Knob, definitely not good. And Lagavulin is like, meh. I'm still going to pick it up, though. I haven't picked it up in a while. You never know. Could be my lucky card. And I guess I just double block here. Then we start the Rampage. The thing is, Rampage takes a while to build up, so this enemy tends to leave quickly. This is exactly what we're hoping for. A bash, and then hopefully into a Rampage. If we don't get Rampage here, we are probably... yeah. Well, we're still good, but that's a little bit of a, you know... it's a little bit of a waste. Cleave for AoE, probably. Definitely, actually. It's good AoE. Let's upgrade that Rampage. Just so it goes up to 16 instead of 13. I was kind of expecting it, to be honest. You know, when you get it early, the -2 is actually fine. It's very helpful. It's better if it's 3, but don't have much of a choice. We're just going to straight up use this. I actually should have used it next round. Because this is generally where the big hit is. At this point, we're just starting the Rampage. It is, well, it's up to 16 now. That was the first time we're playing it, which is kind of bad. You optimally want to play it round 1 and then bring it back as quickly as possible. If possible, every single round. I should have used Cleave there. It doesn't matter in the end. Enemy's still dead, but... Bag of Preparations, Emerald Key, and Headbutt. That's the card that I was thinking of, Headbutt. It's a must-have if you're running Rampage. Absolutely. Alright, so I'm considering here actually going for the second elite. Not on 34 HP though. That would mean I'd have to rest. If I upgrade here, I'm going for the left side. If I don't, I'm going for the elite. And you know what? I'm actually willing to risk it. Let's go for the elite. I'm basically rejecting one upgrade for one extra relic, and with that preserved insect there, that guarantees that I'm going for the elites. Oh, at least I got the AoE here. What we're actually going to do is we're going to immediately bring that back. That is only 8. So at this point, I think it's just better to block. Yes, I'm going to be weakened, but I can't really do anything about it because the Rampage here is only 8 damage. But it doesn't really matter that much. This one's gone. Oh, this one's gone. And only this one is left, and we should be able to deal with him. No weakness. As long as I get a decent hand, which this indeed is, we're fine. That was one of the better fights. Now, you can pick up True Grit here to lower your deck size, and we are actually going to do that. You know, eventually, basically what we want to do is we want to True Grit all the strikes, even the Cleave if we don't need it. Things like Pummel go away by themselves, even if necessary, True Gritting defense, just so we can have Rampage, Headbutt, Bash, and a couple of defense in the hand eventually, of course, and True Grit, because you can't remove True Grit with True Grit. That is, of course, the longest scenario. Now, you can actually do this here. Play Rampage and end your turn. It's basically like playing Bash. What we normally do is we play Bash and we open up on the next turn with the Ironclad, just because that extra turn of vulnerability is really nice. Plus, because we have Ice Cream, that is a lot of extra energy for us. There's just a lot of things going on, and we have to open up this turn regardless, because this is round 3. Basically, we just got really lucky here. And what we're going to do is, of course, we're bringing Rampage back, and we have enough energy to just play everything here. So all in all, this elite fight is not bad at all, and that is actually lethal. In fact, that was a really good elite fight for us. What we could do is we could actually pick up Body Slam here. But we won't. Because we're currently going to be working off of True Grit. Ooh, this is bad. Yeah, this is bad. Problem is I'm going to be weakened as well, and there's nothing I can do about it. So Pummel is 8. I'm just going to remove that. And there's nothing else I can do here. I'm just going to play a defend. I probably should have gambled away for a Cleave, to be honest. I think that was the right thing to do. Yeah, it was definitely the right thing to do. Right, this is 6 damage. If I can remove anything, I will. You're doing more damage than anybody else. Now, we don't have a choice currently with True Grit, so it does need to be upgraded, and it will be. That's probably our next upgrade. Headbutt here is 6 damage. Actually, there's Rampage. We're just going to Headbutt back Rampage. It doesn't really matter what we Headbutt back, but we just want to take care of that. Ooh, double tap. Double tap Rampage, of course, always works. And it does scale up the way it should. Ha! Nice of you to show up. Battle Trance is well very useful for what we're doing, but I'm actually going to pick up Blood Vial here, and that's going to be it. It's either that or Medical Kit. Medical Kit is really good as well for removing burns. Do I pick up Medical Kit? I love Medical Kit. It's not... I haven't actually heard anybody praise Medical Kit, but that could just be me. I don't really spend a lot of time on Slay the Spire Reddit, so... Sometimes I'm there, not always. This is a tough call. This is 2 extra HP on top of Burning Blood, which is really good. On the other hand, Medical Kit has so many uses. Too bad it doesn't exhaust slimes, though. In terms of money, we have absolutely none left. Come on, early cleave. Nice, thank you. Early cleave here is absolutely guaranteed, right? Right, yeah. Now we're probably actually just going to headbutt back the cleave. No, we're not. We're just going to defend here for as much as possible. I want to headbutt back the cleave. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I'm heading for a Hexaghost fight. I should have just headbutted back the cleave. It would have been the right thing to do. Again, it's a Hexaghost fight. I wanted to double tap. For fun. There's fire breathing. Ha! Huh. This would have been the run. Oh well. Right, I know I said True Grit's the next upgrade, but at this point double tap is just a little bit more powerful. Even though we're mostly picking it up for Rampage and we are planning on removing every other attack, we could still double tap. Sometimes. This here is actually going to help, believe it or not. I can't bring back anything really. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to exhaust this and I'm just going to remove a strike. There was a bigger chance that a strike was going to be removed there. We're going to double tap the cleave here, because why not? And we're just going to single defend. That -2 strength will help for a little bit, but not for very long. So at this point, we need to start building up Rampage as much as possible and as quickly as possible, of course. This is where Medical Kit comes into play. I really didn't pick it up specifically for the Hexaghost. Because, I mean, let's face it, it's the Hexaghost. Even though the Hexaghost has ended runs. There's a Rampage back. I should have defended here. You know, it doesn't matter. Whatever it removes. I prefer the strike to be removed, but again, it doesn't really matter that much. At this point, Rampage is doing 56 on vulnerability. That's lovely. No, that's not. That's 56 total, isn't it? I mean, oh, deck reshuffled. Oops. That's bad. That's bad. Didn't actually notice. Wasn't paying much attention. And lethal. Lovely. Impervious, no. Exhume, no. Brutality, eh. So, yes, absolutely. Well, it looks like we're going to be stuck with these two potions. Which is not something we really want. We really wanted the bronze potion. Ooh, boy, how am I going to kill the heart with a Rampage build? Oh, boy. This is not going to be easy, is it? Oh, boy. Yeah, sadly. Half an hour in. Well, 11 minutes for this run, but a total of around half an hour. He starts to realize that this build is incapable of actually killing the heart. Oh, unless I can somehow scale up Rampage insanely quick, I have no idea how I'm going to do that. Alright, well, I actually seen a path that I kind of like. It's on the right, has a bunch of question marks. Has like one elite. I could do two if I really want to. Early shop and late shop. And mid shop, really. Of course, we're double tapping that. Pummel is not going to be used yet because Pummel is a guaranteed knockdown for one of these, which is going to be this one. So we don't want to double tap it, basically. One of them's down. I guess I could use the Gambler's Brew to get Rampage back quicker. It doesn't really matter that much. That we're actually going to get the cleave back here. Well, I'm using one of the strikes, that's for sure. Still taking a lot of damage. Cleave is really good. Disarm is really good versus the birds as well. Let's not forget about that. You normally don't consider them, or at least I don't. Personally, I don't consider them when I'm thinking about disarm. But it is a good idea to consider them. Oh boy, if I had actually picked up Evolved Fire Breathing Power Through here, would have been great. Well, it's too late. I'm actually not going to go for this shop. There's a... Oh, hello. I do want to remove a card, but at this point, upgrading them is actually not a bad idea. Okay, you're not useful here. I think I just double tap the bash here. And do I headbutt? Like, it's definitely not disarm here. Yeah, I headbutt, I get back the double tap. No, I actually shouldn't have gotten back the bash. I should have gotten the double tap, then the headbutt. That's what I should have done. Because, yeah, I would have had headbutt here and gotten back the Rampage. Which is, of course, the better call. And probably would have had lethal this turn. At this point, I do not. Now, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to use one of these. Because I don't want to take 20 damage. Drop kick. No, 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 no. We already have one true grit, that's enough. And it needs to be upgraded as well. Still not upgraded. No, I want to, but I can't. It's a 100% chance. It means I'll have to remove that. We're just going to get mutagenic strength here. Or I could transform 2 cards, see what I got. No, the strikes are already upgraded. I might as well not transform them. True grit. Removing them with true grit is still a good idea, but transforming them, no. It's a waste of me picking, I believe it was here, to upgrade them. Alright, let's see. Elite is Book of Stabbing, which is exactly what we want because we have Disarm. Yes, granted, unupgraded, but still Disarm. So it is going to help. It's, of course, enemy starting off with, with that attack. We are... Actually, I should have removed the Cleave here. Cleave is less damage now, and this is not an AoE fight, but I will remove the Strike. Because I made a mistake there. Definitely want to bash here. Definitely want to defend as much as possible, and I guess we're just using Pummel to get rid of it. It's not more damage, we're just getting rid of it. In fact, it's probably going to be removed as soon as we can. We are bringing back Rampage here, defending as much as possible, and attacking as whatever's left, basically. And we have lethal. There it is. Ooh, Singing Bowl. A little bit, not really late. We have a 17 card deck. A second headbutt might be an option. At the same time, though, I want the max HP. It is actually going to be very useful. We have a lot of fights incoming. I have nothing that I really need to upgrade. Disarm is not very useful versus this boss fight, so upgrading Disarm is not a big deal. AoE would be a nice upgrade, but I think I'll take the extra safety here. And we get Tungsten Rod out of that. Okay, it looks like we're not actually going to get the last key here. Oh, hello. I mean, I have no money for anything. So at this point, we're just removing this Pummel. Pummel at the moment will be only good if we get on round 1 with mutagenic strength. And I don't know if I want to risk that, so I'm just going to remove it. And that's going to be that. Actually, in fact, right, I can't pick up potions. Sozu, I was going to pick up the blood potion so that I can get the key here, the blue key. Because that would have guaranteed that I got it. Single defend because that's all we had. That's actually not bad for round 1. Bash strike here is not enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to double defend. And we are still going to bash though. Okay, that's fine. 1 damage is fine. And this is sort of what we wanted. So we're going to Rampage. We're going to headbutt back the Rampage. Remove the Disarm away from the deck, basically. It has already served its purpose in the last couple of fights. It didn't need to serve its purpose here. Nothing that I really need from that. Right, might as well get rid of Disarm here as early as possible because this thing is going to make it cost a lot more in most cases. Oh, hello. This is actually favorable, believe it or not. And I can still... I can play it, but I think I'd rather save the energy, to be honest. It's 13 damage, but if Rampage comes around and costs 3, I want to be able to play it. Alright, no need for Headbutt here. Of course, I'm still going to play it, but there was no real need. We're going to True Grit here. Yes, I could have struck in True Grit. Oh, I should have. That's 13 damage, right? Oh, that was 13 damage. That was lethal. Yeah, well, no. Even Armaments is not a good call here. No, definitely not. Oh, the Snake Plant fights. The Snake Plant fights. Disarm will help, of course, as per usual. And we're just going to play the double defend here. I guess, you know what? I can remove Ascender's Bane. It doesn't really matter, but whatever. It's fine. Tungsten Rod will reduce the damage by an extra 1. So if I do get fully hit, that's only 15 instead of 18. Am I headbutting? Am I bashing here? Headbutting? I want to, but I'm not going to. Because I want to double defend as well. We won't have lethal next turn, but whatever. So much damage. Sadly, this is going to do almost nothing. Now, hopefully I get Rampage back here. Or at least double tap in a couple of attacks. Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Alright, we're just keep taking the max HP, and we're actually going to go for the elite fight here. I know I wanted to get the key here, but honestly, I don't think this is going to work versus the hard fight. Unless a miracle happens, so we're just going to keep going for elite fights. Plus Preserved Insect is very valuable here. Alright, I really wanted to get rid of that. It looks like we're going to get rid of it with normal strikes. And we are going to remove a strike here. Still taking damage, which is kind of horrible. Now, this elite fight actually buffs itself with strength, so disarm is not that valuable against it. Of course, still going to use it. It's going to delay a little bit of its damage. I had nothing better to use there anyway. Okay, first we use the cleave. Then we use Rampage on you. Then we use Headbutt on you again because I miscalculated the damage. Oops. It happens. I really want to get rid of it. I really do. We're gonna bash strike here. It's the best I can do. We're actually doing a decent amount of damage. You know, I have to. Why are you still attacking? Why are you still here? To quote the big giant head. Why are you still here? Omamori is going to help eventually. Twin strikes is not that. It's still a lot of damage. I do have to admit, but you know, again, max HP here is actually kind of valuable to me. I do want to recall. I really do. I think the 30 less HP should be fine. And now the only key that's actually left is from the chest, so I need to be very careful here. Alright, well, disarm's out of the way. At least I have that. Now I just need to scale up. Oh boy. What am I going to bring back? Well, I'm going to bring back double tap, that's for sure. Am I going for it? No. We need the damage. So bringing back double tap, bringing back cleave here. Alright, that's going to double tap as well. Whoops. I should have used it on the other one. Because I'll double tap cleave this round. And double tap rampage, of course. Okay, that actually boosts rampage a little bit. And we get rid of all of the torch heads. Won't use anything unless I have to. We're saving with ice cream. You never know when it can be useful. Having 1 or 2 extra energy on top of what we normally have. Since I can't stack up defense anyway. Oh boy. This is... Oh, this is where the run ends, I suppose. Now what's actually going to happen here is we are going to use Gambler's Brew. This is the reason why I didn't use Bash, if anybody's wondering why I didn't use Bash. Well, we're alive. And we're no longer alive. It doesn't really matter what I do here. Now, well, sadly, that's the end of things. Well, this is why I don't normally do rampage builds. They're kind of fun. I like them. But it's just never worked for me. It could be me. I could be doing something wrong, but oh well. I just prefer my standard body slam build. Plus, it's kind of fun hitting for like 999 a little bit. It's just fun. You one-shot everything. For now, though, I've been the Rampant Mystic. I do hope you enjoyed this episode of Slay the Spire, and I do hope to see you all in the next one.